Welcome, my friends, to part one of Christmas decorating in our new home. I am so excited to share with you how we've decorated our first tree. I will also be sharing some pro tips on how to curate the most beautiful tree in your home as well. I hope you guys are ready, whether you're decorating with me or sitting back and watching. I'm so glad you're here. So let's get started. So I'm going to start decorating in our dining room. If you saw a couple of videos ago, we completely redid this whole area. I'm still in love with the way it came out. Very organic and natural, and I love the neutrals. So I wanted to start in here because I love having a Christmas tree right at the front of the house near the windows. I feel like it is such a traditional thing. So I also wanted to have something to look at while we are having dinner. I would have one in every single room if I could, but I don't go that far. Maybe one day. We'll see. I think it's also a beautiful place to have it because Chris sits here and works, and sometimes I do as well. And it's just so beautiful. I love the ambiance of Christmas trees. You will need to use the handy dandy little gloves here that come with the tree. It was very easy to put together. It's like a typical tree. You do have to spread out all of the limbs and make it full. It is flocked, obviously, but it wasn't too bad in shedding. Nothing worse or whatever I've had in the past. So I really like this tree a lot. And it's a slim tree, so I don't have to worry about it taking up too much space. It's a perfect size in here, so highly recommend this tree. Okay, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let me turn the light off here. She's a 7.5 King of Christmas flock tree. Okay, we're going to turn her on. It's all remote. Ah! Look at me. Come here. Come here.
Whoa. Oh, okay, good. I was going to say, does it go slower?
And I am going to go through all of these, not in this video, but next week's video, and do a holiday, pre-holiday declutter, just going through any broken ornaments and things that we no longer use. I've been going through each room, just trying to get rid of things that we don't use that I've seen that's piled up. I like to do this around the holidays, right before school, and this is just a perfect time to do it now that everything's pulled out. So I had a theme for my tree, and I actually went on Pinterest and put in the colors that I wanted to use and really drew some inspiration from those photos. I've got these ornaments here. I've got the cream ones from Hobby Lobby, and the blue ones are from Michael's. I don't know if they still have them, but you can definitely check that out. I knew I wanted my tree to have blue in it. I knew I wanted it to have green in it, but I chose the flocked tree, so I needed to pull that green out. So I want to encourage you guys, if you have an idea in your mind, just type it in Pinterest or Google, and you'll have so many pictures, and you can pull your own inspiration from it, and then you can kind of do things the way you want it. You don't have to follow the picture exactly. I definitely do not, but it is a great way, like a launching pad, if you will. I like to add antique ornaments. I want things that look rustic from the outdoors in. I want it to be just really classic and beautiful. So in just a minute, I am going to have a sponsored clip. I want to let you know, here's the timestamp right here. You can zoom right past it if you don't want to watch it. I just wanted to let you know. Hopping on real quick with a word from our sponsor, Foreo. I want to talk to you about the Luna 4. It is a 2-in-1 smart facial cleansing and firming device. It uses T-sonic pulsations, and it has a velvety soft silicone touch points to remove impurities trapped deep within the pores. It is clinically proven to remove 99% of dirt, oil, and makeup residue, and is 35% more hygienic than using brushes and nylon bristles. It is also tailored cleansing with 3 brush types for your balanced, sensitive, or combination skin. Gentle, regular, and deep cleanse modes for different areas of the face and neck. It has 16 adjustable T-sonic pulsation intensities. 100% of users reported more refreshed skin. It has guided firming massages to help reduce fine line sagging, relax facial and neck muscles, tension points, and improve lymphatic drainage, targeting visible signs of aging. This is the best way to prep your skin for more effective skincare with the Luna 4. It enables active ingredients in your creams, serums, and masks to penetrate deep within the skin where they work best. 98% of the users actually experience better absorption of their skincare. It also helps reduce blemishes. Since it is made from the ultra hygienic silicone, the Luna 4 is bacteria resistant and reduces breakouts. It also gently exfoliates skin, removing dead skin cells to reveal fresh, healthy skin below. 96% of users report healthier looking skin. 81% report reduced appearance of blemishes. I have used Foreo products in the past and I love them. I had a smaller version of this and it was amazing. Actually, my daughter took it and I have been meaning to get a new one because I'm telling you, it is incredible. Now, they rarely do discounts. They are offering the first 100 that use the link in my description box 35% off of their Luna 4. Check them out. It is a great gift for you or for someone else for now or the holiday season. So thank you so much, Foreo, for sponsoring this portion of today's video. If you did watch that, I greatly appreciate you so much. I will never put anything on my channel or anywhere that I don't genuinely love and think that you would benefit from it. So don't ever worry. I do not get jaded by, people's deals and whatnot. So if you see it here, then I genuinely think it would benefit you and you would love it because I love it too. So this is later on in the evening, and as I was putting everything that I had on the tree, I'd realized I wanted to add some more things. So I'm going to add these really nice little sprigs here. This was from Hobby Lobby. Everything's 50% right now because I wanted to pull the blue into the tree, and the velvet ornaments were kind of small. I think they were 3-inch and it wasn't enough blue. So if you have a color that you really want to pop, adding sprigs like this is such a good way to do it, and it's really affordable. Now this bead of bells is from LJ, Georgia last year. I was thinking I needed more. So last year I looked, I believe they had some on Wayfair, but I chose not to purchase any more. I thought it was more unique just having one strand and just letting it drape organically along the tree. I will say organic a lot because I really want my trees sometimes, a lot of times, this one in particular, to look very woodsy and organic and like things are just draped in nature. The one in the living room, I believe, is going to be more structured and quote unquote traditional because I do love my traditional things, but that's what I'm doing here. And I'm taking this 2.5-inch green velvet ribbon. This is from Hobby Lobby. This is the most beautiful green, and I did dovetail cuts on the end, pinched the very tip of it. I will wrap the tree limbs, the malleable, movable tree limbs, and manipulate it around there and hold it into place. You can always use pipe cleaners and a floral wire to add them on there if you want. Get creative with it. In a little bit of the video, I will go step by step on what I did here and how I did it and why. Most of all, why. That might seem kind of pointless to some, but for me, I like to know why. I was probably one of those kids that asked why a million times. But when people decorate, tell me why you did that. Tell me why you chose that. Tell me why you put it on there like that. Because for me, it helps me do that in my own space. It's like a little pro tip. So later on, you will see that I will do a whole explanation on why I did what I did, why I put it where I put it, and I think that will really help you all to make the tree that you want just look really curated and organic and beautiful. It is another day, and it is another day of decorating, and I love birds, my friends. You all probably know that. If you follow me on Instagram, I've talked about the birds, but I love birds, and I wanted to add these here. Now, I did add the gold ones, but I wanted something that looks a little more natural, and I looked on Amazon, but with Amazon, you really can't tell what you're getting, and I don't want to go through the whole thing of having to return things, to be honest with you. So I went to At Home and found these birds, and they blew my mind. They exceeded my expectations 100%. So very real looking, except for the sequins on them. They were really pretty. So on to the console here, I'm using these cypress, I think that's what these are, stems. Got them last year from Target, and it has the blueberries on there, which hello is perfect for this tree. And I'm just going to fill this whole entire pot here. This is the Threshold brand, had it probably for 2 years, and using stems I've had for several years, and I'm just making it look like a really full arrangement. I will be going to the tree farms, or where they have it on the side of the roads, and I am going to be getting some clippings to add in here to add just more of a natural look, but also the wonderful pine scent, which is probably my favorite. Moving into Emma's room. Now, one of the things that I feel like is so fun is decorating for my kiddos, and I feel sad that it has never been on the forefront of my mind in previous years. I guess that's just some of the struggles I have gone through, but I'm glad that it is now. So if there are times when the season comes up and you're feeling like, oh, I wish I would have done this before, and you start going down that guilt road, don't do it. Just start today. That's what I'm doing, trying to make the best out of it and just starting today. So I am decorating with a few little things I got in her room and just little touches here and there. I might go a little more as I see things, but I just wanted to add something for her because she loves this so much, and it just makes my heart so happy to see my kids enjoy the holidays like I do. As I had mentioned, I am going to go through and tell you the why behind everything with the tree. If that's not something you're interested in, there is a timestamp right there. Feel free to zoom past it. I wanted to go through the tree step by step and kind of give you an explanation on why I do certain things. And that way, if you want to recreate this tree or just recreate a tree, create a tree that's really like full like this, I'm going to give you some of my tips. Also, if you want me to create a whole video specific for how to decorate a tree like a pro, even though I wouldn't say I'm a pro by any means, but I've been doing it for a long time, let me know, and I'd love to create one of those as a bonus video on Tuesday. What I like to do first and foremost, I'm going to put these small ornaments. That's how I do it. So I'm going to take all of these kind of like supplemental ornaments, like the little, I think these are 3-inch navy flocked ornaments from Michaels, and I kind of just put them all in there. When I place my ornaments on the tree, I kind of shove them in there a bit. I don't let them dangle on the tip of the branches. That gives it a really full effect. So I will start with all of that. So I did the dark blue, and I kind of, some come in, some go out, and it's just alternating all over. The next thing I do is just another round of ornaments. This is the flocked cream ornaments. I don't know the size of these. They're bigger than the blue ones. Those are from Hobby Lobby. I got them quite a while ago. And I'm just going to kind of supplemental put them on. When I do it, I do everything in like diagonal or zigzag. So if I got one here, I'm going to have one over here. I'm going to have one over here. I'm going to come back right over here. And I'm going to continue to do that all around the entire tree with every color. So after I get to that point, I'm going to now go with my larger ornaments. Because I have young kids, I do my larger, more precious ornaments closer to the top and further inside the tree, just to make sure that they don't get hit and broken. So I have those kind of snuggled up in here, and again, just like in here. I also love a rustic look. Depending on what you're going for, I like the woodsy bronze and glittered, snow glistening, like little wicker balls. I love things like that. I love to bring the outdoors in. I feel like it gives it a really intentional and curated look, but it also is so organic feeling. That's what I go for. I've now got my precious ornaments. I got these from Georgia last year, all throughout the tree. And like I said, I have some in the front, I have some shoved back in there, and I'm always going in a diagonal. So maybe this one's at the tip, but never at the base of the limb. And then this one's going to be further in. This is going to be a little bit further out. So once all of that is taken care of, now I'm going to do some of the fun stuff, like just adorning the tree with ribbon. So I'm going to do it like, this is a 2.5 inch wired ribbon. I'll try to talk through Emma. I always like wired because it keeps its shape when you're doing this. Now you can start the ribbon here and just take the whole roll, shove it in there, and continue to go diagonal. Or you can do it draping this way or a swag. That's your personal preference. For me, I like to do it like this. I will take these malleable ends of the tree and I will actually wrap it around to kind of give it that pinched look. And I love how the dovetails just poke through. And then I'm going to go into some of the supplemental. I've got my plaid here, and then I also added the tartan blue and green plaid. Just for extra fullness and extra oomph, I added some supplemental balls here from Hobby Lobby in the Christmas section, and that just helped bring out the blue. So if you've got a color that's kind of understated, like the blue here, that's when you can go and get these little sprigs and put them in here. It just adds a little fullness, a little something extra. The next thing I like to do in any of the open spaces, I like to then put like these little eucalyptus from at home, some old cypress that I had from last year, and I'm going to stick that in to give it a very organic and twiggy look. That's what I like. Now, when I used to do red and green, I would also have very twiggy looks, but it would be like red spirals or green spirals. So I like when you look at a tree and you can kind of see all kinds of things poking around it. I think that's so pretty. If you've been here, you know my love of antiques. So that's when I'm going to add some of this antique looking feathers. Those are from Hobby Lobby, and these really unique bells I got from LJ in Georgia last year. I also got, that's where I got these mercury balls and a lot of other little things in here. If you have some big gaps, that's when pine cones are beautiful. You can get the gold pine cones, plain pine cones, snowy looking pine cones, sugared pine cones. Pine cones on a Christmas tree to me are just so beautiful. So that's just another little look. Now, obviously we want to have some depth and some dimension. So that's when I add these bronze balls here. They're not oversized, they're just regular from Amazon, and they're just all throughout here, and it just helps with some of the dimension because this is a flocked tree. That's another reason why I love the green, because it gives it dimension and there's some contrast. So if you could only see the bottom, I'll show you a picture of what the bottom looks like. Emma has gone in all the ornaments for a living room tree, which is going to be very traditional. She's got them all the way on the bottom, so you've got all of this, and down here you've got red and green. It's just, it's so cute. But so that's how I decorate a tree. You can do this same method for a luxe tree, a snowy tree, a traditional tree, an organic tree, for any color, theme, whatever. You can do that. And when I decorate our living room tree, I'm going to be using our family made ornaments, the things that I've had for 20 years, and I'm going to do this same concept. And you can see that you don't have to have a tree that has a theme or anything like that to have a tree that looks very professional. It's all about the layers, layer upon layer. And think of it as move from going in into coming out. Now, when you are done adding everything and you step back and you don't see any gaps, that big gaps, that's when you can go and you can add extras like these birds, antlers, these feathers. I've got my cross on here. So those are just extras. That's just like icing on the cake. And then I don't always do a star, but I went ahead and put her up there. Let me see if I can show you. She's from Target, I think last year. I don't even plug it in half the time. It is like a mercury glass, glittery mirrored star. I also love an angel up there. For many years, I would take these twiggy branches and then just put them all at the top and kind of make this rounded, twiggy look. That is so pretty too. So that's another really good job, creative way to have a topper without the traditional tree, Santa, you know, whatever, angel. I love the look of taking this stuff here and really bunching it up and then having this stuff kind of come throughout. Also having birds up there is so pretty. Whenever I watch people decorate, sometimes I really wish they would stop and explain, because if we're here to inspire, I want to tell you or teach you why and how I do the things I do, because there is definitely a method to my madness. Now, I am very much the type of decorator where I decorate on feeling, so I will keep adding until it feels right. Thank you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this explanation. Now I'm gonna take you over to the console and kind of explain what I'm doing over there. You're doing such a good job, sister. Okay, so you saw, if you've been here, you saw me completely do this dining room, and I have been so excited to decorate the console for Christmas. So when I decorate, there has to be varying heights. So you did such a good job. Good job, kiddo. I've got my height from my lamp and height here. Now, I don't need this deer, I think they call them stags, in the middle, but when I saw this at Walmart, I was like, I have to have it. A few things that I absolutely love are deer, woodland creatures, gold, and really organic things for Christmas. So when I saw this at Walmart, I was like, okay, she's coming home. So I put her right here. Now I could take these books away. Let's just take a look. But it doesn't look as anchored. So that's why I love having the books. You can see the difference. It does add height, but it gives it an anchored look for the middle. And then these are just some flameless candles. I need AA batteries. Some flameless candles from Amazon, because we can't have real flame here. I took some of these picks from Target last year with the blue berries on it, and I mixed it with some cypress sticks that I had, and it gives it a very fresh look. Now, when I see on the side of the road people have the tree farms out there cutting, I will go get real branches. They will just give them to you. Say, hey, can I have a couple branches off the ground? They're like, we do not care. You stick that in there and it will give you the most incredible fragrance. You can also preserve it and it will last longer. Thankfully, we have a Norfolk pine tree right in the front, so I'm going to figure out how to preserve that and bring that inside and add it on the top of that chandelier. So the room is actually absolutely a disaster. So before I go any further, I'm going to clean this up and then we'll move to the table. Thank you all that watched that. I really appreciate it. And if you had to, if you ever see something and you want to continue to watch the video, but you want to speed it up, there is a place there on YouTube where you can just do like 1.5 times, 2 times, 3 times, or whatever. And that way it just goes a lot faster. Or you can just do 30 seconds if you need to. That won't hurt my feelings. I just appreciate you guys still being here. So I'm going to use this garland that I got last year at Home Goods, and I think it's like 8 feet. It's very malleable. It's not thin, but it's not as thick and it's not as heavy as some of the other garlands. So this was perfect for up here. And I'm just kind of working the wire within the garland around this chandelier. So this is something that I love to do. I was going to put ribbon on it, but it just didn't look right. I'm thinking I might put some ornaments hanging from it, but I'm not sure yet. I want to decorate the rest of the house, so I just don't go overboard in just one room, because for me, if I do a little at a time, then it's less likely to overwhelm me in a week or two. And that is how I did it with fall, and I was never overwhelmed. It was amazing. I was sad to see it go, and I'm going to do the same here. So I might put stuff out and then put it away, but I just want to do that so I can actually enjoy it and not feel overwhelmed by all the stuff. Does that make sense? Here is the overview of what it looks like in the dining room, and I am very, very pleased with how it turned out. It's been a long time since I've been so excited about decorating, and I'm really thankful and I'm soaking it all in. I'm also trying to keep the same mentality, just putting things out that I really genuinely love, not going overboard just for me so I don't get overwhelmed with it so soon. And I am so pleased with how it is. Every time I walk by this tree, it brings me so much joy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you got any tips from that little segment, and thank you for bearing through listening to the sponsored portion and the talking. That means a lot to me. Yeah, it's so exciting. I have a lot more coming up. We have more videos for decorating content, declutter, cleaning, and yeah, the kitchen cabinet should be here by the end of the week. So we'll also be having that video coming up as well. So I'd love for you guys to consider hitting that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. It costs absolutely nothing. It is free. It just lets you know when I upload new videos. And would you hit that like button? It helps out my channel a ton. So I just really am thankful for this opportunity to come here and share my passion with you all. And you all are so lovely and so wonderful. And I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being so encouraging and kind. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Don't forget, you are loved and this world is a better place because of you. Talk to you soon. Bye.